Hi, Tracy Hugelmeyer here from VintagepreneurUniversity.com, where I help vintage sellers start, grow, and scale their business on Etsy. I also own my own business on Etsy, Rustic Eye, that I've had since 2013. And today I'm going to talk to you kind of a part two. I did a part one video already on my thoughts, my initial thoughts on the new Etsy ads platform. And today I'm going to talk to you kind of a part two about my secondary thoughts. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here I am in my shop manager, and I wanted to show you the first thing that I noticed after I switched it over to the Etsy ads platform. So prior to using the Etsy ads platform, I have only been using Etsy promoted listings. I did try Etsy Google ads when it first rolled out, but I didn't see the success that I wanted to see, so I did turn it off at that point. So anyway, if you click on marketing now, instead of seeing, the Etsy promoted listings and the Google shopping ads, you see now just advertising. So that's the first thing that I wanted to point out. And this is what the new platform looks like. The main differences that are important to note are you can no longer look at your stats for a time other than the last 30 days or the last 12 months. So I find this a little bit challenging because I really, especially now after just turning it in, I really want to see, what yesterday's results were and what today's results are so far, because I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this and making tweaks as I need to. You can change your budget at any point, which right now I have set to $3 a day, and I will increase that if this continues to go in a positive direction. I do like the results that I'm getting or had been getting with promoted listings at $3 a day. So if this continues to go in a positive direction, I'm going to be raising that, heading into the holidays. But if it starts to go in a downward trend, I'm going to be lowering that budget. So I'm going to be, like I said, watching it very closely. Another thing to be aware of if you are using the new Etsy ads platform is that prior to this change, for example, my budget was set at $3 a day. However, I rarely reached that complete budget. So in the past 30 days, I've spent $67.65. Now, I thought that this was very insightful. I'm going to come back to it in a minute, but what I wanted to mention is that there's a good chance with this new platform and Etsy being able to use your budget dollars towards Google ads as well. In addition to promoted listings, if you weren't previously using Google ads, such as myself and the way I was using them, then that budget is more likely, there's a good chance it's more likely to get used up, because now Etsy can choose to use your budget dollars in the best way possible, hopefully for you, but in the best way possible. Then this is the other little thing that I wanted to show you. It says to make sure your ads get maximum visibility, Google may spend more than your daily budget on especially busy days and less on slower traffic days. Your ad spend will even out by the end of the month, so you're always within your budget. So if you have one day, for example, where it looks like you go way over your budget, or, Etsy has gone way over your budget on your behalf, then rest assured that, the other days will even out according to this, so that at the end of the month, you're still within your $3 a day or whatever budget you've set, total budget. Now, it's hard to look at what's happening on a day-to-day basis right now, because like I said, you can only look at the last 30 days or the last 12 months. So there's a good chance that Etsy's doing that for a very particular reason, so we don't look at our day-to-day stats and freak out while this is brand new. I would not be surprised if that's their whole strategy here. However, what I'm doing right now, and this is completely informal, but at least it'll let me see a snapshot of what's happening from day to day. And that is I am taking a screenshot of all of this on a daily basis so I can see what happens. Now, you know, since I'm looking at the last 30 days snapshot, it's not telling me exactly what happened from yesterday, but I can kind of infer that if I look at my, you know, what this is on a day-to-day and take a screenshot. Okay. Hopefully, I'm hoping it'll help me kind of keep on top of things. But again, I'm going to be looking at this every single day for the next, you know, I don't know, probably at least a month to keep a close eye on it and make changes as needed. And I'll continue to report back what my findings are. Just like before, we're only paying for our results. So our budget is spent when a buyer clicks through to your shop. Now, this is another great time to mention. I talked about this in my first video on this change, which I will link to in the notes of this video for you, so you can go check that one out as well. But what's important to note here is you're paying every time someone clicks through your shop. So you want to make sure you have that great foundation and great strategies already happening for your shop before you turn on any type of paid advertising, because otherwise you're paying to get someone to your shop. But if you don't have those basics in place in order to convert that view to a sale, now it's not going to happen every time, and it's not going to even happen every few times. It takes a few clicks before you get a sale. Even if it's a targeted advertised click, such as the Etsy ads platform. However, still, you want to optimize your listings for converting before you start paying to have somebody come to your shop. Otherwise, it's kind of a wasted view. Okay? Lastly, I've already shared my feedback with Etsy on my thoughts on this, which essentially at this point are I'm keeping an open mind. I'm keeping a close eye on it, like I told you. Also, I would like to see a few changes here. One is being able to look at our stats for today, for yesterday, you know, the last 7 days, how it was before. And I also want to be able to look at you can change your advertised listings by clicking here. And you want to make sure you're being strategic with which listings that you're choosing to advertise. However, I also want to be able to, if we scroll down a little bit, I want to be able to filter and sort by the primarily budget spent, because I like to keep a close eye on where my budget is being spent on which items. Sometimes if a lot of my budget is going towards one item and I'm not getting a lot of orders from that item, then I will turn that particular I will take off the advertisement for that particular listing. Now, that's not always the case, because another thing that it looks like you can no longer see which orders are from your ads in here. Okay, I just noticed that. I definitely don't love that, because before you could see, okay, somebody clicked on one listing and that's how they got to your shop, but then they purchased something else in your shop, or multiple things in your shop. And so that was a way to see, okay, well, maybe that particular item isn't selling so much, but it's drawing people to my shop and it still has a benefit. So I want to keep that, the advertising for that listing on. So that's one thing that I'm not seeing here that I would like to see. So I'm going to try and share that feedback with Etsy as well. Now, I did notice that a new thing in your orders, when you get an order that is from an ad, it now shows you with a little icon in your orders and shipping. So That's nice, I guess, but I don't think that that's where I want to see that information necessarily. I want to be able to see, just like before, that if I got an order from an ad, then I can see what listing they clicked on in order to end up purchasing the items that they did. And then one more thing, you still have the ability to see the search terms that were used to draw someone to click on your ad. So that is helpful information that has not gone away. So that's a positive. Okay, so that's my take two thoughts on the new Etsy Ads platform. And if you want to make sure you get all my new tips and tricks, I'm going to include a link in the notes of this video that you can go ahead and sign up for. And also, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell as well so you get notified anytime a new video comes out. Thank you so much for joining me today and have a great rest of your day. Bye!